everybody, and a happy Halloween.
It's spooky season.
Yay. So this is obviously not on Halloween.
Close enough.
But you can't celebrate Halloween once it becomes November.
Right.
And this is the last Tipsy Tuesday before Halloween.
We had to get it in before Thanksgiving season.
Because we believe in Thanksgiving before Christmas. Let's just say it. We didn't say that in the Pet Peeve episode.
That's true.
Anyways, happy Halloween. You have landed on the Tipsy Trial Halloween episode. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Dana.
And we are so glad that you joined us again. Every week, guys. I'm just shocked. I'm just
Every
shocked.
time. You guys just keep showing up and we love it.
Yeah, we will keep doing this if you keep showing up. So I wanted to read a few emails because we got our first listen. Yay! So we had one of our listeners try out the Bud Light Fall Pack. And of course, with it being Halloween this week, it felt very on theme because pumpkin.
Yes.
So I thought I'd read it for you. They asked us, this was apparently, I'm sorry, we received this before we even released our Bud Light Fall Pack, but I've been saving it for this. So it wrote, I hope y'all do the fall. Oh my God. I hope that y'all do the Bud Light Fall Pack. I just had the apple crisp and oh my God, 5 for flavor, 6 for flavor representation. Not doing bubblishness anymore. Well, big throwback. 4 for all day drinking, a tad sweet, but delish. Pumpkin spice, 4 on flavor, 5 on flavor representation, 3 for all day drinking. The same way that I can only eat 1 slice of pumpkin pie after Thanksgiving dinner. I can have this as a starter or a little sweet treat. This is my favorite one. Toasted marshmallow.
Uh-oh.
To quote Michael Scott. That was Michael Scott. No. God, no. No.
They're not.
That was a really good impression. I'll have had myself in the back. Don't go watch that clip. That was it. You just heard it.
You've seen it and you've heard it.
I wish I had 5 hands to give this swill 5 thumbs down. Holy sheesh, this is disgusting. 0 on flavor, 0 on flavor representation, 0 on never fucking drinking this again.
Damn.
I really hope this is your new worst after Strawberry Blast. Sorry, it wasn't.
Oh, no.
Pour this out, and if you tasted it, may have God have mercy on your soul. Guys, we can't pour them out. We have to test every single one. Even if it came from the hands of the devil himself.
And it's all a matter of opinion.
I don't care if Beelzebub brewed it. I'm drinking it. I wanted to make sure I didn't screw that name up. All right. Pear maple. Pancakes! In all caps. First thought after tasting this beverage. It was such a relief after toasted marshmallow that I literally did a little dance. And it's like my sushi dance. Okay, enough of the dancing. This drink is tasty, sweet, nutty, and so pancakey. Flavor is a solid 5. Representation is a 4 because all you smell, taste is maple syrup. Yep, you said that.
Mm-hmm.
If I want an IHOP all-you-can-eat pancake day without the carbs, this is where I'm going.
Ooh.
Love the podcast, ladies, and keep on keeping on. By the way, I went back and crushed the other 2 apple crisps and want a damn keg of that deliciousness. Right? Guess I should do my ranking. 1, apple crisp. 2, pear maple. 3, pumpkin spice. 4,972,285 toasted marshmallow.
They did not hold back. I love it.
We didn't hate the toasted marshmallow, though.
Yeah, I just thought it had an artificial taste,
Yeah,
but it
fine.
was like, they really didn't like it, though.
You know, I've been kind of reading other reviews on this as they've come out. There's a big community of this. Go check out our Instagram. You will find a million of the other Seltzer Instagrams. Follow them as well. And then message them and tell them that we sent you and that they should listen to us. But Apple Crisp surprisingly came in last place for a good amount of these
I
people.
remember you were telling me that, and I still cannot believe it.
If they're not like, you know what, pear maple came in first for a lot of people.
See, I didn't like that as much.
I can't remember.
I know it definitely wasn't first or second.
I want to say it was my.
It might have been my 3. I don't know.
It
I think
was
you rated it higher than me.
I don't remember. This was before we were taking notes
Yes.
and being good podcast hosts, and we really just wanted to drink.
And that's still our goal. But
I'm not ready to drink yet.
okay.
Do you have a costume for Halloween this year?
No. I'm so bad about dressing up. I feel like once we became parents, I just was focusing so much on the kid costume that I'm like, it's so much effort.
It's gonna be
A Minecraft character.
Hey, he's done like Marvel characters the past few years. So it's a nice change up.
Yep. Well, last year he was a ninja. This year he's Zombie Pigman from Minecraft.
I'm sorry, what?
And it has like a blockhead. It's actually pretty funny. But
we will be posting pictures.
There will be pictures to come yes, of the Zombie Pigman. You know, I like taking him trick-or-treating in our neighborhood though, because the parents do not play games when it comes to Halloween. They will give you drinks at every stop.
Our neighborhood this year, my neighborhood is nowhere near the size of Dana's. Dana's is huge. It's one of those neighborhoods that you probably could get lost in and take 4 to 5 days to be found. Mine is not like that. If you get lost in here, you need to get your brain checked because it is like 3 streets total. But we just got a mailer yesterday saying that not only are we doing the kids' Halloween parade, which we do with pets as well, because we're a pretty mixed neighborhood. It's about 50-50. There's not a ton of kids. They're here, but it's just not as many as like Dana's neighborhood, which has approximately 300 schools surrounding it as well.
Yeah.
But we are also going to do adult trick-or-treating in our neighborhood this year.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so excited. I don't know how this is going to go. And I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know how to prepare.
I'm thrilled for you. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, there's a good chance Dana's going to come because I'm going to make her.
I
want to do this potatoes. But I mean, that's just going to be fun. And I mean, let's be real. I'm going to hand out seltzers.
Yes.
I wonder if are mini seltzers a thing?
I don't think so. They do have the little mini wine bottles, though, that you could do.
That's not seltzer.
Well, I know, but it might be.
I do have a soda stream and I can add some seltzer to it.
Hey, there you go.
I'll figure it out. But either way, please be on the lookout on the 31st for some fun Halloween pictures and antics. Well, probably on November 1st. Let's be real.
We will have dog costumes coming as well.
I haven't bought a new one this year. She dresses up as spaghetti every year and loves it.
That's fine. They're not going to know.
She knows.
Well, we got dog. Piper and Daisy are being jack-o'-lanterns, matching jack-o'-lanterns. And the face has like reflective material or whatever, so they can walk with us if they behave.
Cute.
Should be interesting. Pictures will be cute, I'm sure. I'm excited.
So both Dana and I are not health conscious, but we pretend we are. And in the spirit of that, we are going to be tasting candy type seltzers.
Yeah.
All honesty moment, we have tried hard to get the Warhead seltzers specifically for this episode.
Right. We wanted it.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yes. And we're millennials. We were in the prime of Warhead.
Yes.
We are dying to try the seltzer. We are going to continue to try to get it. We found a place that ships it, but the shipping was like $30. And if you listen to our last episode, we don't like paying $3. You think we're going to spend $30?
No. And it's for like 4 cans, if that. Not worth it.
Yeah. So we're going to continue trying. But because we could not find that, we wanted to stay on this theme of sour. And Dana was very lucky to find what's the name of the pack?
Natural Light Sour Seltzers.
Oh, I'm so excited. She has said since they're sold out everywhere.
I'm on the Total Wine website right now to read the description. They're sold out. So we got it over a month ago, I feel like, before it was really...
Maybe. It's been a while. We've known that this episode was coming, and we knew we wanted something candy. We had a few back and forth on options.
Mhm.
This we did not know existed. I think Dana actually found it online, and in the same day was able to find it in stores.
It was like a freaking miracle.
It was meant to be. So we're very excited, and Dana's going to teach us about them.
Yes. So this is the Natural Light Sour Seltzer Variety Pack. The description is Natural Light Seltzer is once again changing the game, but this time with a variety pack like no other. Introducing Natural Light Sour Seltzers. 4 refreshing seltzers, each with a delicious sour flavor sure to excite every seltzer drinker. So let's see. They are 6% alcohol, which is
A little
a bit higher than what we normally run into. The flavors, let's see if I can read this, are rind and dined watermelon, no capple, green apple, razzle dazzle, blue raspberry, and slice for what lemon. I love the names. So
It actually makes me think of candy still.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, the bottle cap candies. Do you remember this?
Yes.
That's when you said the Razzle Dazzle.
Right.
It automatically has throwbacks to Halloween candy. And oh my God, I love sour things like
Same.
so much. This is going to be fun.
Warheads, Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
I mean, they're all on my
Love
top
them.
5 candy list.
Love them.
So I know we're all familiar with Natural Light, but of course we got to give them their, few minutes of fame too. So we'll read a little bit of history.
Few minutes. They're not going to be famous after this.
They will be famous solely because of this episode.
If you've never heard of them, welcome.
All right. So introduced in 1977, Natural Light was Anheuser-Busch. Their first reduced calorie light beer instantly became a hit. In 1995, Natural Ice debuted, featuring a higher ABV that quickly made it America's best-selling ice beer. In 2008, Natural Light shocked the world, taking bronze at the World Beer Cup.
Really?
Didn't know that was a thing. For American-style light lager. With that honor in pocket, Natural Light went into orbit in 2011, becoming the first beer in space.
Oh,
Currently, Natural Light is one of America's best-selling light beer brands.
okay.
So,
It's because it goes down like water. I don't think they know that.
and they have some other seltzers and other, I guess, I don't know if you'd call them malt beverages or what. And we've tried, was it the Natter Days?
Oh,
Or-
yes.
That's more of like,
Not terrible.
no, they're a
I
little
drank
too
like a
sweet.
box.
Yeah. But, just as with other major beer brands, they're trying to stay relevant, and hopefully these will be good.
Yeah.
See.
If you are listening and you are new to drinking, Natty Light's a great one to start with.
Mhm.
It really does go down to water. Like, I literally would select these for tailgates only because of how easy they were to drink. And I could drink 10 in a matter of 2 hours. That's probably an exaggeration. 5 in a matter of 2 hours. I don't know. College.
Very easy to beer bong too.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I wasn't thinking beer bong. I was thinking shotgun.
Yes.
Either or, though.
Yeah.
Really.
Same thing.
All right, so let's get drinking.
All right. So I think first we're going to try the Slice for What lemon.
I want to make sure I write down the name.
I
'cause
think
they
it
get bonus points for that.
seems to be a trend with us that we like to start off with lemon, even though I love lemon, but
Lindsay does not.
Lindsay does not. So we're going to get potentially the worst, maybe the best out of the way. I don't know. We'll see.
Trying her favorite and my least favorite.
Yeah,
I think that's a good compromise.
I think so. All right.
I always got to sniff from the can, too. I swear it smells different. Okay. Swirl.
Oh,
That reminds me of something.
it does. And I cannot.
No, I can't put my finger on it.
No, it reminds me of muscadine grapes.
You know what it reminds me of? Deep Eddy lemon vodka.
Really?
Yeah. Which I'm not mad at.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yep. It's one of the few lemon things I enjoy. Okay. I'm ready.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion yet. Cheers.
Cheers. Wow.
Oh, man.
I have a feeling this will not be the most sour.
I'm thinking not.
I don't know why, but the instant it hits you, the smell turns to a beer scent.
It does.
It was very strange, and I almost thought it was going to start tasting like beer. It does not taste like beer, but it's you don't smell it originally, right? It's a little weird, and maybe it's subconsciously. Maybe we're convincing ourselves it will.
I wonder if it's like, do they brew it in like containers that they've brewed beer before? I don't know.
Maybe
it's just like barely there.
Interesting. I don't need it. I don't taste.
It's interesting.
I don't even taste sour, and on this.
The sourness hits me like right at first, and then it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, and this might be our fault for not finding the Warheads. We're going to be let down by the sour.
Yeah,
I mean, Warheads is an incomparable sour.
Right. That's a sour that lingers, and I think that's what I expect from something that's sour. Even like a sour beer, it lingers for a bit. I do like
you my 2 to 5 on sour. My 2 to 5. I gave it a 2 to 5 on the sour level.
I did too.
Maybe we'll throw the rubric back in today, not the full rubric, but we'll tell you our sour ranking at least.
Okay.
All right. So
now we're doing no capple, green apple.
Yes. No capple, green apple. What is a capple?
I think it's supposed to be like no cap.
Oh, okay.
But it has to rhyme with apple, so had to do something.
I'm excited for this. I love green apple. I actually am hoping this tastes like a Jolly Rancher.
Me too. And you never see like green apple flavored drinks.
It smells like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh my God, it does.
I got so excited. I might pour a little more of this one.
Well, it's so good.
Finish it off, please. Oh my God, it smells exactly like a Jolly Rancher.
And it's like,
oh my God,
strong.
5 to 5 for me because
I always forget how much I like green apple things.
I do too. I think that's a common forget.
Yeah.
Memory lapse, if you will. The pen doing my ear thing.
Go on, I can't stop smelling it. All right, I want to try it.
Cheers, cheers. Ooh.
It's good.
I love it.
I don't get the beer taste on this one.
No, and I have really high hopes for watermelon after tasting this one.
Oh, man.
You know what? For us to look for a candy seltzer, we nailed it. I'm not getting the sour, but the Jolly Rancher is so strong.
That's so good.
I never know what green apple's supposed to have. Green apple, duh.
Yeah, but I feel like that's one of those that you know it's going to taste a bit artificial, and that's okay.
This one does taste like a green apple to me. Mm-hmm. I don't eat a lot of green apples. That is not the apple I'm ever reaching for.
Yeah, I don't typically buy it. Lucas likes them. This is so good. Like,
yeah, it's really good. I'm really excited for the next 2 flavors.
I don't know if this was a limited edition pack, but I hope they keep selling this because
I see someone drinking it on TikTok.
I want to keep buying it. All right. Well, I'm glad we tried that one second because I want to keep sipping on it.
I don't know how to go it is enough. I give this a 3 to 5 on sour. It's a little more sour than the lemon, but it's still not quite sour.
I still gave it a 2 out of 5. I've read for sourness. The flavor, so good.
So we are staying on theme for Halloween, and we have not done a Reddit in a while, but we are going specific with Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
We took the time to look up some spooky stories, maybe some paranormal stuff, maybe just some scary life stuff that is very real. You should be aware of it. But we are going to read them. So if you're easily spooked, if you are easily spooked, please be aware that this might not be the episode for you. We are not going to be offended if you skip ahead to just the seltzers. Or if you skip it all together, it is what it is. Not everyone likes that stuff. I love horror movies. It's not like I'm watching commercials for them in the middle of the night.
Right.
I don't think any of these are scary that either of us are going to struggle to sleep tonight.
No, I don't think so.
But they are true stories. We tried to focus on true stories that have happened, and I'm intrigued by ghosts. I don't know if I believe in them.
I feel the same way.
But I'm intrigued by paranormal stuff.
I'm always very skeptical, but who am I to say that something didn't happen to someone or someone didn't see something? I've just never experienced it myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm a little bit like, I don't know. But I mean, you never know what's out there.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and start.
All right. So I think I'm going first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was from Ask Reddit. It says, it's Halloween month. What are some of the creepy or paranormal encounters you've had or heard? This post says, I woke up at night for a glass of water. I walked to the kitchen and ran into my dad. He walked right past me to the front door. He didn't even acknowledge me being there. I asked him, where are you going? He didn't say anything, just had a blank stare and walked out the door. I walked over and looked out the window peephole on the door. We had a small walkway that connected to our driveway. He was sitting on the walkway, hunched over, elbows on his knees, under a big tree that was in front of my bedroom, just staring into nothing. I walked into my mom's bedroom and asked her why my dad was outside. She turned over and said, what do you mean? He's right here. There was my dad, laying by my mom's side in a deep sleep. I just got chills, and I already read it. That's insane, though. I mean, the post made it sound like, it was a child.
And I will say, and I have not heard this one, but there are a lot very similar to this that I see all the time online. And every time, just this idea that something walked by you and mimicked someone you know. Oh my, the fact that, though, this isn't even the detail that he went outside.
Right, and you're staring out the window and you see him. It's like, I've got to imagine you start thinking, am I crazy? Did I really see that?
Okay, so I did not write which ones I got these from. All of my stories are from a variety of Ask Reddit threads.
Yes.
Almost all of them are, what's your spookiest true story, blah, blah, blah. Some are super old, so I'm going to read off exactly what was written. In this case, it starts with 4 years ago. I want to say this post was already 4 years old. So just ignore those dates. If you're looking for them, this is the exact read. So 4 years ago, I lived in a very large farmhouse that was converted into 2 apartments. The house was known as the Old Boys' Home. It used to house boys with behavioral issues, but was closed due to allegations of molestation. Anyway, I was living with my boyfriend and 3-year-old daughter at the time. My bedroom had a large fireplace that had been boarded up and painted over. I decided to push my bed up against it one day while I was rearranging things. It was like a headboard. That night, around 1 a.m., I had heard a small voice saying, Mom, Mom, Mommy. I had sat up in bed but didn't see anything, so I reached over my boyfriend trying to grab my daughter and put her in our bed. I kept feeling around and I was still hearing the voice, but I couldn't feel her. My boyfriend woke up and turned the bedside lamp on, asking me, what the hell are you doing? I explained that Amelia was trying to get in our bed and I was reaching for her. There was nobody there. My daughter was sound asleep in her room. Then the next night came. Around 1 a.m., again, my dog had started to whimper at our door, so my boyfriend got up to take him outside. You know that feeling in a bed when someone lies down next to you, where the bed pushes in and there is a warmth in your back? I felt that. So I assumed my boyfriend had come back to bed. I rolled over. My boyfriend wasn't in the bed, and I felt the fucking bed release pressure. Whatever was lying next to me had gotten up in that second. I moved my bed the next day to the other side of the room, and I never had another incident in the 2 years I remained at that house.
Oh my God. That is scary.
Especially when you feel like you're, oh, it was a ghost. Especially when you feel like you're protected because you think your boyfriend's there and it's literally like what's not
And
there.
you turn over and you're like, shit.
Ooh,
That's creepy.
we got some good ones. I think I started slow too. What's your next one?
Okay. This one, another thread on Ask Reddit. What's the creepiest thing that's ever happened in your house or apartment? As far as I can remember, my home has always been haunted. Things would happen on and off, but I remember there being a time period when things would be pretty bad. I posted a previous story and it involved the same house. I didn't actually find that post, so I want to go back and find it. But anyway, this is one particular experience that stuck with me. My older sister and I shared a bedroom. Since there was a time period when her and I couldn't sleep either, due to horrible nightmares, noises in the night, etc., her and I started sleeping in the same bed. I had a queen-size bed and she had a twin. We both slept in my bed because we were scared to sleep alone. My bed was pushed up against the wall, and this wall was connected to our garage. One night, my sister shakes me to wake up and says to me, "Do you hear that?" I sat up groggily and stayed silent. Then I heard a bang, like someone with a closed fist hitting the other side of the wall where my bed was pressed up against. A few seconds later, another bang coming from a different part of the wall. I sat there in disbelief, and then another bang from another part of the wall. Our door was open, and you could see across the hall into our parents' room, and their door was closed. Then another bang. So finally, my sister made a fist and started punching the wall back. When she finished, we both sat there in silence as to wait if it would respond. As we sat there in silence, my cell phone started to ring. Who the hell is calling me at this hour? I thought. Just would like to mention that this happened in 2004, I think back when Nokia phones were popular. So I crawl over to my phone where I was, on the floor, plugged in charging, and I see my sister's cell phone number on the display screen.
Where I literally just got goosebumps. My hair standing up.
I turn around and look at my sister and say, "Your cell phone is calling me." Her phone was charging right next to mine on the floor, and she had one of those flip phones that back in the day, you literally had to open up to dial out.
Oh my God. I
have them too, and I've read it.
They're terrible.
Her closed phone somehow managed to call my phone. She looked at me and said, "What?" and then climbed over to her phone, and sure enough, on the outgoing calls was my number.
Oh my God.
We hauled ass out of our room. It was super creepy how it all seemed to happen at the exact same time. We never did figure out what was the banging on our wall. Just would like to mention the banging happened all over from the top right corner all the way down to the bottom left. How it reached all the way up to the top of the wall of the ceiling, I don't know. That's what makes me think it wasn't a person. Plus, our garage door was locked and closed, and we never heard it open or close. And when we got up to haul ass out of our bedroom, it woke my parents up, so we knew it couldn't have been them. See, I thought she said when she saw her sister's phone number or whatever, I'm like, oh, it's a scam or something. But it was literally in the outgoing call.
Yeah,
What the hell?
goosebumps. You know how I said I was not going to lose sleep?
Don't lose sleep.
No, I'm just kidding. But did you ever see the movie One Missed Call?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was very big. I mean, I remember it, but I think that's why I just freaked out. Is I had flashbacks to the movie. It's not that scary of a movie. There's so much scarier. But oh my God,
that one got me.
Okay. Should we be awarding the scariest of the night? Jeez, I don't feel like any of mine are that scary.
Oh man,
let's find out.
We'll see.
Okay. So this was probably 15-ish years ago now. When I was in high school, my group of friends used to spend a lot of time at a particular friend's house because it was huge. It was also quite an old house, but his parents were cool with us basically taking over when we were there. We would make dinner for about 10 people, stay up late listening to music and playing video games, and they never minded. Anyway, one evening we are all sitting in his room watching TV. It's dark and lights are on, but the curtains are open. Suddenly, two different people on opposite sides of the room jump, like they've been startled, and look around. Both explain they saw in the reflection in the window on the second floor, just FYI, somebody walk across the room. None of us had moved. It freaked a few of the girls out, and we had to calm them down a bit. Flash to a couple of weeks later, and we found a pack of cards in our friend's house that had letters on them. Somebody suggested we could use them as a Ouija board and figured out if our friend's house was haunted. Don't ever do that.
It's never a good idea.
We got a big wooden board. I think it might have been the top of a table once upon a time. Arranged the cards in a circle around the edge with an extra 2 homemade yes/no cards. Got a glass, and off we went. It started to answer questions, telling us it was a man who used to live in the house and who died there. We asked when he died and just got the answer long. We asked if he was moving the glass, and he said yes. This is where I decided to be dumb, and I asked if he could move anything else other than the glass. Yes. We all paused and listened for the sound of something moving, but nothing happened. We asked if he had moved something. Yes. Nothing happened again, so we moved on and asked some more questions. This was at 10:30 p.m. After a while longer, we said goodbye. I think at least one of us was aware enough about Ouija board lore to know we had to close the conversation properly. And then a little later, we all went home, a little spooked, but enjoying it nonetheless. I walked home with another friend who lived nearby. As I walked in my front door, my mom called. Oh, they must be in UK.
Oh, yeah. My mom
called through to me to be careful in my room because a mirror had fallen off the wall earlier and they weren't sure if they'd picked up all the bits of glass. When I asked when this had happened, she told me, about 9:30. The same time I asked the spirit to move something.
Okay.
I did not sleep well that night.
I wouldn't have even slept in that room. Are you kidding me? I have goosebumps. That's insane.
There's something about rereading these aloud.
Yeah.
And I practiced reading them. I just want to make sure because, as you know from our last Reddit episode, not everyone's a professional writer.
Yes, this is true.
So I would just reread them aloud. After I chose them to make sure it would make sense. And I don't remember being scared then, but there's something about reading it aloud right now that's a little freaky.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, we do have 4 more that we're going to share. We're going to take a quick break, refresh our glasses because we probably are going to need drinks to fall asleep later tonight. But we will be back.
Bye.
And we are back.
Hey,
With more candy.
more candy seltzer.
Our candy.
I'm loving these. Like,
Oh, Chesney's back too.
she wants some candy too.
So she was eating
She
candy
said, "Bitch,
corn
I'm tired
earlier.
of this
Don't you
kibble."
think- Don't you think she did not pick up some candy corn off the floor earlier
Oh
when I
my
dropped
gosh.
a piece?
That's funny.
I love candy corn. You know how much sugar is in candy corn?
I don't want to know because I love it so much.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you though, but I just, it's 0 down the line until you get to sugar. That's all I'm going to say.
If you
And there's calories too, but no fat.
if you like candy corn, just brush your teeth before you go to bed, please.
I love
okay.
it.
Same.
Uh-oh.
So the next 2 flavors we're going to be trying.
Chesney is now here to protect us. She could feel our scariness through the
There's some bad
air.
in here. So we love that. We love that for us.
Yes, thank you, Chesney. We appreciate.
The protection.
She's like the worst guard dog in the world.
She's like, I feel like you're scared, and that makes me scared.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, if someone broke it, don't break into my house, please.
Please.
She would make friends. Anyways, let's keep going. Or your support dog next to you.
Yes. All right. So the next 2 flavors we're going to be trying are rind and dined watermelon and Razzle Dazzle blue raspberry. I'm so excited.
Anyway,
All right. I'm very eager to try these. This literally might be one of my favorite packs so far.
after that green apple experience, our hopes are high, and I'm really, I'm crossing my fingers.
I think we've only drank the entire can maybe one other time. I can't remember what pack, but
Pina colada.
yeah, that's right. But normally you know, we're not doing that. So let's
Not yet.
watermelon.
Stay tuned. That episode may be coming. That's probably going to be a guest episode. I'm sure we'll have somebody on to get sloshed with us.
We need a shit show episode.
Ooh. Oh.
Like,
God. They need to rename this pack and
Jolly.
do, like,
They need to
half
do a
the
Jolly
pack,
Rancher collab.
the rest. Oh, she's still
All right.
Put my memory here. Everything.
I'm sniffing and rolling my eyes into the back of my
I
head.
should say trick or treat today instead of cheers.
Okay. Trick or treat. I love it.
Oh my
Stop it right now. Stop it.
That's the most sour one yet, though.
It is.
Wow.
This pack is amazing. Go ahead and buy it. We're not even done with the episode. Just buy it. If you can find it, buy it.
See, I'm giving the accuracy of taste on my rubric. By the way, we're writing our rubric. We will be posting it somewhere. We're just not going to go through the numbers like we used to. It takes too much.
And it's kind of confusing.
But
Amazing.
like, I'm putting the accuracy based off Jolly Ranchers, not even like watermelon. I'm literally being like,
Yeah.
does this taste like a watermelon Jolly Rancher? Yeah. Again, it's not warhead sour. We're not puckering here. But you know how Jolly Ranchers have that slight ting of sourness themselves?
Mm-hmm.
This is falling in that category.
Agreed.
Oh my God, I'm so happy right now.
Like, I literally just want to keep drinking it.
Is there a blue raspberry? Yes, there is.
Yes. There is a blue
I
raspberry.
I'm sure I've had it, but I don't remember it the way I remember like watermelon or green apple Jolly Ranchers.
I feel like for me, I tried to steer away from that one because it would turn my whole mouth blue.
Yeah.
And
I'm very disappointed these are not turning our mouths. But
yeah.
I'm going to deduct a point for that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Daddy.
Well, we could do like a few food coloring drops in there.
Oh, I actually have some.
You want to stain your mouth for 4 days?
The fact that these are 6% actually worry me a little because the day drinkability on these are high. Now I know why they're sold out, honestly.
I'm finding another pack of these and we're going to get hammered off this. I want to drink this all day. Like, okay.
Really good.
This is my favorite pack so far. I'll just say it. And we're only 3 in.
Well, let's taste the last one. If you would put down the watermelon.
I can't.
She's been holding it like for years. This might be your favorite flavor. You won't know if you don't try.
That's true.
It doesn't smell as strong. It smells like cogwood.
It does. Dirty bar bathrooms and
But the cogwoods had a very specific scent that was kind of 80s, 90s scented. I don't know how they did that.
all the fishbowl drinks in there.
That's honestly where my mind was.
I don't really smell much of anything. I get like a hint of blue red. Lindsay thinks it's liquid cocaine.
Oh man, that was good shit.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't get a lot out of this scent.
I mean, I get a hint, but that's about it.
I'm giving it 3 because I loved Conglins and I miss it dearly.
Rest in peace to Coglin.
Yeah, let's
Shut down that. Trick or treat. You forgot already.
No, I remembered when I was cheersing to Conglin. I was trick-or-treating to Conglin.
Ooh. Ooh, it is sour.
Ooh, that's a liquid candy. Oh my God. Oh, okay. We're going to say it again, guys. This is the hardest pack to rank yet.
Like literally.
Like every week they get better and better. I don't even know what to do.
Good.
Oh my God.
This is insane.
I can what the blue raspberry tastes like. I'm still stuck being a point because
I'm trying to get my nose so close to it because you can't smell it. And I do end up snorting it. It's so good though. The taste is there. Smell. I don't know.
See what it tastes like? Cotton candy.
Here we go. Back to cotton candy land.
But this truly is that, not like real cotton candy, but
Yeah.
you know that cotton candy flavoring people try to infuse into things? This is it.
Oh,
They
no.
nailed it. They should rename that. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. This is going to be a tough one. We have to, both of our cups, well, I don't know about your watermelon cup, but both of our cups, mine are still pretty full, and I'm planning to drink all of these fully. Like a quarter
Cup less
Okay.
much.
Well, we have, I believe it's going to be 3 more stories, at least 2 each more. If we have some time, we'll throw in a third.
Yeah.
Dana?
Yeah. All right. So this story is actually from the same Ask Reddit thread. So the creepiest thing that's ever happened in your house or apartment. It says, at my old apartment, we had a strange series of events occur that led us to believe that someone was living in our ceiling. We called her the ceiling lady.
Nope.
Immediately no. In the middle of the night, we'd frequently hear kitchen cupboards opening and closing. A few times, I came home from work to find items on the counter that I didn't buy. I was a total bachelor at the time, as was my roommate, and we'd find things like dirty cans of beans and cooking ingredients that neither of us bought. Things would go missing randomly from the kitchen. One night in particular was really scary. My roommate gets sleep paralysis, which is spooky in itself. But one night he woke up and saw a woman in raggedy clothes standing over him, just looking at him. After a few moments, she walked out of the room. The same night, my girlfriend slept over and woke up because someone next to the bed asked her if she was thirsty and she realized someone was in the room.
No.
She was terrified and didn't make a sound. She just stared at the person. I woke up about 10 seconds later because I heard the bedroom door slam and she was sitting bolt upright. We talked with my roommate about it the next day, and both of them described seeing the same person. There was a hatch in the hallway in the ceiling that had been nailed shut long before we moved in. We're convinced that she was murdered in the apartment and her body was hidden in the ceiling.
Nope.
And she now haunts the apartment.
No.
All right, you got ceiling lady ghost or a homeless person just coming in there cooking in your kitchen every day.
You can picture her exactly.
I
got picturing the one with the crazy
hair.
Yeah.
Raggedy clothes. Yes. Are you thirsty?
Cat lady, if you will.
Want some breeze?
Nope. Just no. Get out of there.
Scary.
Move.
That one was hard to read. It's just like
Ooh.
spooky at every turn.
So this next one is not so much paranormal as wild,
Uh-oh.
but I loved it. I had to save. Okay. I grew up in a funeral home. Sounds like it's gonna be scary, right? I helped out in the office. When I was about 15, we got a call from a man whose wife and infant baby had been murdered in cold blood. There were very few clues. It made headlines. Cops set up surveillance at the viewing. It was heartbreaking as the mother was holding the baby in her arms. Oh, that's sad. I was asked to take the flower cards and periodically get the husband and ask if he recognized the names. I then photocopied them and put them back. I did it because I was a kid and people knew me and I was unobtrusive. We gotta stop with big words when I'm drinking. I talked to the husband quite a bit. He seemed devastated and shaken. The cops told me they had an eyewitness to someone leaving the house the day of the murder. The witness was a 3-year-old girl. She recognized the man leaving. It was the husband's best friend. Turns out that the friend and husband had made a pact to kill each other's families and run off with their secretaries. The little girl identified the friend, and I guessed one of them cracked. They both went to jail on multiple counts, all on the testimony of a 3-year-old. I still cannot believe to this day that that man stood right beside me multiple times, and I had no clue. I don't think I ever looked at life the same way after that.
My heart is in my stomach.
It's that's not paranormal. It's not scary, but the twist is like,
Yeah.
are you sure I didn't just read a novel? Like,
Certainly could be.
could be a great book.
Gosh.
She should
Well,
have writing.
that little girl is a hero.
Yeah. I mean, Amazing.
If I don't know whether to be sad, surprised, angry, all of the above.
Shocked. I'm shocked.
Shocked is the right word.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, all right. This next story says, real estate agents of Reddit, what is the creepiest, strangest, or most unnerving experience you've had with a property or client? Another Ask Reddit thread. The post or the comment says, I worked for a company that fixed up foreclosed houses for banks so that they could resell them to the public. Most houses were either full of random junk or just had a lot of repairs that needed to be done. A lot of people would destroy the house before banks took it anyway. Anyway, one house we had didn't seem too bad, mostly minor repairs in the upstairs, a few containers full of trash, nothing too special. We then proceeded to the basement. 6 full-size graves were dug in the basement, all of them empty. We decided to get the cops involved. Unfortunately, I wasn't around to find out the outcome. But what? What were you planning to do? I feel like if you walk down there, that's got to be an experience to see that.
I just turn around.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
again,
We're
immediately
done.
no. Immediately no.
We're done. New job. You can fire me tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
I'm not coming back.
I mean, I feel like dealing with foreclosed houses in general has got to be a
Pretty
tough job,
job.
but
You never know what
Wow.
you're going to find.
serial killer vibes for sure.
Oh, man. Okay. So this one is back to paranormal.
Okay.
When I was in high school, my uncle would throw me a couple bucks to help babysit his kids with my aunt. They lived in a 2-story house by the water. Nice area. The kids were about 3 and 6. One day, I was sitting in their den on my phone when I started to hear a baby crying. Thinking it was the 3-year-old, I headed to the bottom of the stairs to check and see if my aunt was up there dealing with it. I called for her a couple of times with no response. The baby kept crying. I called for her one more time, and when I got no response, I started walking up the stairs. Then, I heard my cousins and aunt playing outside. All the hairs on my body stood up, and I literally felt a chill run down my spine. I quietly turned around, walked down the stairs, got in my car, and drove away. My response: the baby was still crying when I closed the door behind me. A few years later, I was drunk at a family party and told my uncle the story. He told me that he and his wife used to hear the baby too, and apparently the previous owners had a kid die of SIDS in that room upstairs. He's uber Catholic and had a mass said for the baby. He said after that, it never happened again. Still gives me the willies when I talk about it, though.
Oh, God.
That's intense because no one ever thinks about ghost babies.
No. Like, I'm tingling from my head to my toes. It's just, I don't know if it's just because it's a baby story, but the one part I did like was I literally got in my car and was like, nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Proper response. All of these people, like, you had a woman in your room standing over your bed talking to you, and you didn't leave and go rent a hotel that night.
Right. How can you sleep there?
You're joking.
It's like it's always the white people in horror movies that are like, ooh, what's behind this door where this creepy noise is coming from? No, get the fuck out of there. Stop it.
It just, yeah, that's where that was the proper response. If I
Yes.
get that, I would just, okay, bye-bye.
No, this is not worth
No,
my time or money.
Done.
Goodbye.
We're done.
But you're right. You don't ever think about ghost babies.
No. You think
Yeah.
of ghosts as older people, which I think that was a joke on some TV show where they're like, why are all these ghosts from like the Renaissance era? Where's
Right.
the modern ghosts? Where's the woman breaking in saying it's Britney, bitch? Where are the millennial ghosts?
Where are the ghosts that just want to fuck with people? Like, that's what I want.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. Are we doing another one?
Yeah, I think we have time.
Okay. So I guess you could say this one is paranormal or maybe just intuition. I don't know, but it definitely gave me chills. So the thread or subreddit, whatever, says, "What is the creepiest and most unexplainable paranormal experience that you've had?" Says, "I was a rookie cop when my brother committed suicide. He was one of my older siblings, but we were very close. He died in another state, and I had a lot of guilt then about not recognizing the signs. His remains were in bad shape by the time he was discovered, so it was a closed coffin service. About a week after he died, I was back at work one night, and my partner and I see a pimp pistol whipping one of his girls." What? I tried not to laugh because it was serious, but what? "I jump out, and the pimp sees me, and the foot chase was on. I was running after him, gun in hand, and he cuts through a narrow corridor under a building that leads to a courtyard in the middle. Right before I reach the courtyard, I hear, 'It's okay,' in my dead brother's voice. I hit the courtyard, and this guy is against the side, pointing a gun at my head, and squeezes the trigger twice. I froze for a millisecond and then started beating him in the head with my revolver. Till this day, I don't know why I didn't just shoot him, cuff him, and walk him back to the street and find my partner. I tell my partner about him squeezing the trigger, but not the voice I heard. We unload the gun, 32 revolver, right there, and 2 bullets have strike marks on them.
Oh my God.
Take the gun to the lab for testing, tell the tech the story. He puts the 2 bullets with the strike marks back in and shoots into the test tank, both bullets fired.
Oh my God.
Like, it's not paranormal, I feel like, but it's like so crazy. There's no explanation for that.
Believe that the voice, it's hard for voices.
Yeah.
Voices really could be in your head. It could just be you having a moment of, this is what he would say, so I'm hearing this, that.
Exactly.
Bullets are unexplainable.
Right. That's why I was like, the voice, like, it's not really paranormal. It could just be intuition, or I don't know, maybe you're still dealing with trauma.
Right.
Because it was only a week after, but wow, when they fired those bullets, I was like, holy shit.
Just pistol whip.
That's what I was
But
like.
it comes out of left.
And I don't know if this is real or not, but who am I to judge?
You're gonna wonder if any of these are real. I'd like to believe that people have had experiences, regardless if I believe in ghosts, if I don't. I don't really know what I believe, honestly. Some things have has had to happen to somebody at that point.
Agreed.
All right. So this is the very last one. And I literally, when I saved it, I told Dana this morning before she came over that I had the last one and I was ending this episode.
She is ending it on what kind of note? I don't know, but she's got something planned out for us. So buckle your seatbelt.
About 5 years ago, my mom started dating a guy she met on a dating site. That part is fine. I had recently started dating the woman who would later become my wife, and we had met online. I'll just refer to her as my wife for this story. I really wanted to do Borat there.
She is my wife.
I can't do Borat. My wife.
She is my wife.
Anyway, my wife and I never really liked this guy. We didn't think he was mean or anything like that, just a little creepy. He was quiet. He kept his eyes closed a lot. I'm not laughing at my wife. I'm sorry. And occasionally said odd things, like offering my wife a chocolate and then popping one in his mouth, closing his eyes and moaning as he let it melt in his mouth. One time, my wife and I were visiting my mom, but she got called into work, so we waited at her house. Her boyfriend was over, but he spent the entire several hours just hanging out in her bedroom with the door closed. Just before Christmas, my mom and this guy started having some difficulties. My wife and I were visiting her for the holidays, and she dropped all of her problems on us. And we listened carefully and told her our opinions and suggested that she would be better off without him. She already had her mind made up. Though, and decided to break up with him. on Christmas Eve. There's a ... there. Emphasis. We spent the night at my mom's and got up early on Christmas morning to visit my dad at his house. We didn't plan to spend the night at my dad's, but we got snowed in, which was actually a nice Christmas surprise. The next day, we left as soon as we could get through the snow, and my wife suggested that we stop by my mom's house on the way so that we could see if she was okay. My wife just had a really bad feeling about my mom's now ex-boyfriend. My mom's car was in the driveway, and that didn't mean much because she lives close enough to work that she often walks, and it hadn't snowed in her town. She also never locks her door, which drives me crazy, so we let ourselves in. That's when we see blood oozing out of the refrigerator's water dispenser. It had filled up the spill container and was leaking onto the floor and had made a puddle. Puddle?
It's made a puzzle.
My wife screamed and I freaked out. I fully expected to see my mom's head in the freezer. I nervously opened the freezer to find a bag of frozen cherries that had been opened, crammed into the freezer so that it fell into the ice dispenser and melted. And that's our Halloween stories.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
You really had me on the edge of my seat there.
I saved it for last. I figured we needed something funny to end on. And when I read this one, I was like, okay, I don't need to read anymore. This is the last one. We're done.
Did you notice I dressed the part?
You know what's funny is I noticed it as you were reading stories. I meant to say it between breaks, and I still just slipped my mind.
I'm wearing a Vampire Rolling Stones t-shirt today for this episode.
I literally meant to say something, and it just slipped my mind.
Yes.
Right.
That was hilarious. I was worried. I was like, what is happening? What's going to be in the freezer?
These were good. I mean, I think we started off very scary, and obviously we got a little lighter.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed this episode tremendously.
I really did too.
Okay. I mean,
This is seriously the hardest pack we've ever rated.
I need a massive second.
What's your number 4?
Lemon.
Same.
Or what? Easily. That it's compared to these others, it's not even in the competition.
It doesn't hold a candle to the other flavors.
It's actually a disappointment compared to the others. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. Like, I really just, no.
I give it a 3. I would drink it. I did give it a 2 out of 5 on the sour, sourness. I would drink it. I think that I would try to just like disperse it between the other good flavors just so I could get rid of it.
Yeah, probably. It's better than Strawberry Blast, but it's still just, it's honestly, if we had tried that one midway through, we would have, I kind of wish we had tried it. Somehow we always get the worst one first.
I know.
I don't know how
we have very good intuition when it comes to
clearly
what the flavors are, because 9 times out of 10, we almost rank the flavors in what order we drink them. Like, it might be slightly switched, but I feel like we can tell just from the flavors. And I love lemon. It just, I don't know.
I think lemon's a hard flavor to replicate.
It is.
It's that artificial thing we've talked about.
You know what I would love? If a seltzer company made a Meyer lemon flavor.
Yeah, I do like Meyer lemons.
God,
I will say, as much as a lemon fan as I'm not, Meyer lemons are just, because it's sweeter. It's not, not tart.
Exactly. But it was just my least favorite.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3 out of 5. Yeah.
What was your, oh wait, did I rank these? I'm sorry. Okay. I'm going to just say my 1, 2, 3, I think I literally rated like the components the exact same. So these are basically tied. I'm just, because I have to rate them.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your 3 of them?
My number 3 was Razzle, Dazzle, Blue Raspberry.
That's what I put 2, only because I gave the smell a 3 out of 5 and I gave the rest a little higher. So the smell took it down just slightly. It's a very light drop compared to the others, though. It tastes like freaking liquid candy. Do you remember that? liquid candy. That was like a novelty candy when we were kids.
What? Which one? What did it look like?
I don't know. But blue raspberry, I think, was their most known flavor. And this from I'll have to look it up. I will post it on our Instagram, probably our story, not a post. So just take sure you look there. We'll post it on Twitter once I send it to her. But I just had massive flashbacks.
The flavor was definitely there. The flavor was strong. It was good. I got blue raspberry right away. There was not really any smell at all.
You know, the more I smell it, though, the more I am. No, I smell it now. All right.
I smell it stronger than I did when it was first in the cup.
Yeah.
So I
gotta be
maybe
1, 2, 3 are pretty much tied for me, but I'm ranking them because of this. But just know you could drink very quickly. And if you like sour, you like Jolly Ranchers, you like candy, this is for you. And they're not sweet. I don't want people to
No, they're not.
It's like because it's sweet candy. No, it's perfect.
And I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 on sour. So it was more sour than the
I had it as a 3 until a sip I took right a minute or so ago, and I moved it to a 4 because it was a sour sip. So yeah, 3.5 is probably accurate.
Yeah, I mean the flavor was amazing. It was good. I would drink that all day.
Oh god.
Okay, what was your number 2?
No apple. Green apple.
Ooh, see, this is where we differ.
I figured. I gave 4 out of 5 on taste, accuracy, day drinkability, and 5 out of 5 on smell for green apple.
Okay.
I gave watermelon a 5 on taste. That's why I outrode it by the smallest. I literally gave it a 4.5 out of 5. And the other one, as you know, for me, I rarely give 5. So it's a 4.75 out of 5.
Yeah.
But I can't, because I need to group them together. I can't even separate them. They're all so good.
They are.
This is insane. And it's not because we're drunk.
No.
It might be.
So for 2, I did watermelon, obviously. It smells great. It smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher, which is pretty much where we drifted with our
or with this pack. Jolly Ranchers are in.
I gave it a 4 out of 5 on sourness. So even though
I did for watermelon as well,
I thought it was the most sour out of the pack.
I want to say I agree, but I've been drinking blue raspberry. Now I can't remember.
Yeah, well, it did help that I had them both here and I kept drinking back and forth. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 for sourness. I mean, I thought the flavor was good. It just wasn't my absolute favorite. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 overall as well for flavor.
And that's again another area I'm going to drop blue raspberry and why it's in 3 is there is just a feeling and a vibe you get when you drink a blue raspberry thing where you want your tongue to turn blue.
Yeah.
And my tongue's not going to be blue after this. So it's a bit of a letdown in that front. It's like, it's such a minor thing, but it's a kid memory.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know for like Gen X or whatever, but for millennials, blue raspberry, if you don't get a blue tongue, that's like childhood memories crush.
Yeah,
it's a nostalgia thing.
That's the one tip I'm going to give you, Natty. Add some blueness to your blue raspberry. Make it stain my tongue blue so that people think I have a disease.
Please. We're always pleasantly surprised, though, at the colors of the seltzers. We don't even know that they have color until we pour them in the
These were just clear, though.
cans. So, yeah, I mean, they're not a seltzer company, so I really didn't have high expectations.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm blown away. So, on that note, what was your number 1?
Watermelon. Rind and die.
Rind and
dine. Like I said earlier, it's literally... when I say I gave 5 out of 5 the one category to green apple and 4 out of 5 the rest, I did the same with watermelon. It was just 2 different categories. For green apple, it was the smell. For watermelon, it was the taste. Taste obviously outweighs smell.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. But when you look at my average, they're tied. I mean, we're really splitting hairs looking at 1 and 2.
I feel like this is the closest it's been with the ranking.
We've said before it's been close. Maybe because we're taking notes. That's not even funny.
Maybe. So it'll be interesting to see. But
And we might go back one day and try, some of the other ones that we've done before, take some notes. We've talked about doing a compare competition before.
Right.
By the way, I'm pretty sure I saw a posting of the Bud Light Ugly Sweater Pack release.
Did you?
It has new flavors.
Okay, we have to make sure that I can try it this time because I didn't try it last year.
The new flavors are going to be... Okay, so last year was cranberry, apple crisp, ginger snap, and peppermint patty. This year, and I hope this was not a rumor and is legit, this year's flavors are cranberry, sugar plum, seltzer nog.
Stop it.
I think something cordial, so something cherry cordial.
Those are unique.
Yeah, Bud Light, I applaud you. I don't want to read this person's review. By the way, how did he get them in October? Bud Light, can you add us to your PR list?
Send us a damn pack. We'll give you the best ratings in the market.
Well, we're not going to promise that.
Yeah. We'll give you the most honest ratings in the market.
There you go.
Our tastes are the only ones that matter.
Yeah, for real. I mean, listen to our listenership and their reviews. They seem to agree with us. That was a sentence. Anyways, pack 5 out of 5, no question.
Oh, I haven't done my number one.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
I know you're number one.
I mean, it's no Capple green apple. Again, I think I just love green apple candies, and it was so just nostalgic to me to smell it, to taste it. And I only give it a 2 out of 5 on sourness. It really wasn't that sour, but I didn't have high sour expectations for this pack.
No.
I just wanted it to taste like candy, and it did.
God, I can't believe we're going for the sour edge. This was our replacement of not getting the warheads. Let's try a sour one. And there's a few sour seltzers out there.
Yeah.
We specifically chose this one. I don't remember the reason now, but we did. No, I can't even talk.
Obviously, we don't know how it stacks up to the Warhead ones, but I am in no way disappointed that this was the alternative. This is so good.
I'm in no way disappointed.
My overall ranking for no Capple green apple was 4.75 out of 5. I still didn't give 5. I don't know why. Maybe you're just rubbing off on me and I didn't want to give a 5, but
it takes a lot for me to find. 5 is perfect. And if you're not perfect, I can't do it. I'll give you close.
But the overall pack, however,
was a 5. I agree. And I kind of laughed when I wrote that down because it's a little weird to say no flavor was a 5, but the pack was a 5. But then you look at the rankings. I mean, okay, lemon was my lowest at 2.5, but then green apple 4.5, watermelon 4.75, blue raspberry 4.
Yeah.
That's a 5 pack.
Right. Rarely do we have multiple in the 4 range.
I don't think it was the first time.
More than 2.
That? Oh, we should be giving awards for that.
We should. That's interesting.
Well, either way, they have joined whatever this exclusive club is. One day we'll go back and figure out our other 5 out of 5 packs. We'll call it a special club. We'll call it the Seltzer.
No.
We'll figure it out. Either way, this is a very special pack. I do agree with Dana. I think when all is said and done, this has been our highest pack to date, just because, like she said, we have multiples 4+, and I don't think we've had anything like that thus far. We've had like 5 packs, but I might need to re-rank those now.
I'm telling you now, when we go on vacation together in a few weeks, I will be looking for this pack, and if I find it, we'll be buying multiples because that's the only thing I want to drink.
We get that back.
I don't know. No, we're gonna drink all of it.
Oh, you be there. Okay.
We will be drinking there.
I thought you meant here.
No, it's just
this was a great
press.
I'm very pleased. And I guess on that note, let's go ahead and wrap up. Please make sure to go and follow us on Instagram and Twitter and maybe one day TikTok. We'll be at Tipsy Trials. You can go follow us on TikTok now. There's just nothing there yet.
Yeah, we have an account. No videos yet.
Work
But
in progress. Give us time.
you'll be the first ones to know when we post something if you
course.
follow us.
On Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
At Tipsy Trial.
And please send us an email at tipsytrials@gmail.com if you have suggestions for content that we can review. Seltzers. If you try this Natural Light Seltzer pack, please,
We'll read it as you see.
please, please, please. I hope you loved it as much as we did if you can find it in your area. I found this pack at Food Lion. I know it was also at Total Wine, but is now sold out at our local Total Wine, but it may be still available in your area. Again, we'd love to hear from you at tipsytrials@gmail.com.
Yes. And make sure you click follow, subscribe. It's different on that.
Comment, download.
Whatever it says on the platform you are listening to right now, just make sure you click whatever it takes so that you can make sure you never miss an episode. We post every Tipsy Tuesday. And, after this one, I think we just got insanely refueled to keep going. So
It's only going to get better.
we got some surprises coming. There's some big stuff on the horizon. But I guess with that, which episode is this? Is this 8?
This is 7.
Next week is 2 months. So we're very excited to keep going for you all. So please keep tuning in and make sure you do everything we just asked you to so that you can make sure that you're tuning in. And I guess with that, drink responsibly and court is adjourned.
Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.